All right, guys, back to the Cavs we go. You mentioned Cam Johnson earlier, G. It came out over the weekend, and according to DraftKings, the odds to acquire Cam Johnson are heavily in the Cavs' favor. Steve, if you want to take tag board here full, you can see that according to DraftKings, the Cavs are currently the favorites at plus 250, the Thunder at plus 280, the Pacers at plus 450, the Kings at plus 550, and the Grizzlies at plus 1,000 to acquire the Nets starting small forward. Another report said the Nets are looking for at least 2 first-round picks and/or the equivalent of a first-round pick. So whether it's potentially a Jalen Tyson or someone they value as a first-round value. But
Isaac Okoro.
I have a question about this, and we can talk about it in relation to Cam Johnson because now the Cavs are the favorites. There have been people pushing it back against the idea of really making any kind of move because it would disrupt the Cavs' current team chemistry, which we have pointed out on many occasions is through the roof right now. When you are looking at building a championship roster, where do you draw the line on chemistry versus talent if you'd have to disrupt some chemistry to acquire a player who would be an upgrade?
Now, I wouldn't. Yeah. You know what I would do? For anybody that has an issue with anybody that's about to get traded, I go right back and sit them down and turn on that OKC tape and say, watch this. All right, now listen. Now, we insert this guy. Now, we won't have this. So, we want to win. If you want to win a national championship, we need this guy to be inserted in this lineup so we don't have rewind, Kansas OKC game. Bam. That's what I would do. And then I think everybody would be quiet.
Dang, Tyvis, I didn't expect that from you, dog. I thought you was going to kumbaya this thing.
I like to keep it real every now and then.
Tyvis got that third state ring every now and again. He can keep it real right now. Hey,
keeping it real goes wrong.
I'm going to say this.
My life is when keeping it real goes right. I'm the poster boy when keeping it real go right.
Hey, Big Nuggets, let me say this.
Shoot.
When they talk about chemistry, like, okay, so, like, chemistry is all good until you face Thanos, right? Like when Thanos show up, you need every Avenger. You can't be talking about, I don't know, Thor got a drinking problem. You know, the Hulk, you know, he kind of crazy sometimes. No. We need we need all of that. We need Ant-Man. We need every crazy guy to come up and pull up and get this money off. Because guess what? Thanos is the Celtics. Thanos is a threat like OKC. So if I'm looking at it, I'm like, if you can get better, guys like Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, and if as long as they ain't the core four, anybody can hit the door. I'm sorry, bro. As good as they playing, chemistry be damned when you talking about a dude that can legitimately get you over the hump. Because here's the reality of it. You're going to need, as good as the role players are playing right now in the regular season, you're going to need them to play better than they're playing right now to even sniff a championship, the way the playoff game goes. And a lot of people don't be under, like, when they ratchet it up, and don't get it twisted, Tatum and Brown and all these other dudes, trust me, that game going to kick up a notch. And there's going to be some people that was playing well right now, Dustin, that ain't going to be playing well all of a sudden in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm hesitant to want to make a trade with this team because I do think the chemistry is so good right now that you do kind of risk potentially breaking that up a little bit. So I'm hesitant, but I also want the best players, and that guy is someone that our coach knows really well. By all accounts, everyone says the guy will fit in well. How they get him, I don't freaking know. But that ain't my job.
Yeah, I don't know how this.
I'm very good at working in remote control. Television, you know.
And here's the thing. When we had the similar conversation last week, and I said, well, if it's not a major upgrade, I wouldn't mess with it. Because I didn't think Cam Johnson was possible, and I still don't buy that the Cavs can get Cam Johnson.
I don't either.
We'll get to that in a minute. We were talking about more fringe pieces of the roster, and if it's a minuscule upgrade, then I wouldn't mess with the chemistry. But Cam Johnson's a legitimate starting quality, excellent player. He's averaging, 20 points a game?
19 and a half, yeah.
All right.
Long, lengthy, can shoot the ball.
And he's the exact body type that they need.
Man.
What is he, 6'8"?
Kind of a perfect fit.
Yeah,
he is a perfect. Think about their starting lineup if you got him.
Oh.
He'd be. Who's the worst player in the starting lineup? Jared Allen?
Yes.
Probably still Cam Johnson, but it's flipping a coin.
Okay.
If Cam Johnson's your 5th best starter, you're a damn good team.
And then look who you got coming off the bench. You can move.
That's right.
Dean Wade down, and you can move.
Well, what you got to give up for it, though? I don't know.
As G said, and I agree, I don't care who I have to give up because it's not going to be any of the core 4.
Well, let me give you. So I asked on Twitter.
Yeah.
Submit your best Cam Johnson to the Cavs trades. And
Yeah.
we got a ton of responses, and most I didn't think made sense.
Mike,
but I found one that I think makes.
Okay, but before you mention that, Oklahoma. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oklahoma City has draft picks available. The Cavs do not.
So it's very interesting you mentioned OKC.
Yeah.
Will you give me the odds one more time and take
Yeah,
this?
which the odds don't make any sense.
I was talking to someone
Yeah.
who has pretty good knowledge of NBA workings.
Okay.
And they told me that despite the fact that Oklahoma City has 12 first-round picks available to trade, they are not interested in breaking up their core right now or adding and giving up those picks yet. So the Thunder, on paper, it's the easiest path.
Dang.
And the money
Stingy?
could fit, but I
All right.
don't get the sense, and it's just one person's opinion. I think he's a perfect fit in OKC, just like he'd be a really good fit in Cleveland. I didn't get the sense from talking to this person that they felt OKC was really in the really in the
and this
mode to
person
make
was
a move.
buying that the Cavs could get him?
He didn't think the Cavs would get him either, but he said,
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at these odds, and he's like, I understand why OKC's up there, but I don't think they're in the market to make that kind of
Okay,
move.
so what's the trade that the Cavs could make?
So this was submitted. I asked fans
Yeah.
to submit deals. This was submitted from RealCavsFans.com, our friend Luca, who's been on the show before.
Okay.
And this was the deal that he submitted, which financially works, and it meets some of the at least requirements you would think Brooklyn's asking for. And in this potential deal, the Nets would get Karis LeVert, George Niang, Jalen Tyson, Tristan Thompson, and that 2021 first-round pick and Cleveland's pick swap in 2030. So 2 firsts plus these players, which
Well, it's
means
only
the
not
money.
2 firsts because it's a swap.
It's Karis.
Well, but it's a first-round pick. It's the worst of the Utah Jazz Cleveland first-round picks in 2030.
So this is the last year
Right,
of
but they-
Karis LeVert for us?
This is the last year of Karis LeVert.
How many
He
years
gone.
does Cam Johnson have left in
2
his deal?
more after this
He
year.
gone.
Why? I just don't understand why the Nets would do that. None of those
They're not
players
good.
are any good.
Listen,
Like,
the Nets.
LeVert-
The Nets love taking back old players. They just traded for D'Lo. Karis is gone.
Well, it's essentially because they want cap space, and they believe Brooklyn's an attractive enough destination with a young player who they're going to draft top 3, 4, whatever, that
Yeah.
they can bring in some other guys. LeVert's an expiring contract.
Didn't Jason say that like teams are not obsessed with the cap space as much as they used to be? That
Some.
that's not as much of a thing
Some.
anymore.
But if you also have no other way to acquire talent, and you're in a market like Brooklyn where you think you could attract guys to come, it may be more valuable to a market like that than
All right.
a Milwaukee, for example.
Yeah.
And I love Karis LeVert off the bench.
Yeah, me too.
He gone.
But that was
I
the
mean, that
framework.
trade's you'd have to be insane not to make that trade if you're the Cavs.
It's more of if that's what the Nets think is their best package for Cam Johnson.
I
then
just can't imagine they wouldn't get a better offer.
Hey,
than that.
listen, man. I'm
It-
That
taking.
draft
it
pick
depends
is
on the
6
bidding
years
war.
from now.
Depends
Hey,
on a bidding war.
Hey, I'm taking. Listen, and could Cam?
I still don't think it's likely, for the record. I still don't like it.
I mean, he has no say so in the trade. I mean, can he say I want to go to this team?
No, there's only 2 no trade clauses in the NBA. Do you know who they are?
Steph
LeBron,
Curry and
LeBron,
Giannis.
Steph Curry.
LeBron, yes. The other one, no.
Bradley Beal.
Bingo.
Bradley
really?
Beal? How did you even know that?
Because
I
he
stay up a lot.
just
It's so ridiculous.
he literally because he literally
Beal.
just came out like a week or 2 ago and said I'll waive my no trade.
Cam Johnson is not high enough
about
not a high enough tier to be saying.
I knew that. I knew that back in Washington.
And why
because
wouldn't he
had
want
one
to
back
come
then.
here? The
I'm
Cavs
sure,
won a
he would,
championship.
I'm sure he would love to come here.
Yeah.
And you remember back that Phoenix team that
Yeah.
lost to Milwaukee in the finals? Cam Johnson was on that team. Like, he's played in NBA finals and played
Yeah.
well in that playoff run before. So I'm sure he would much rather be in a situation like Cleveland where he's
Yeah.
back in the playoffs than a Brooklyn team that is
So-
outwardly tanking.
You're trading. Who was it? Was Niang?
It was Niang, Tyson, Tristan Thompson,
Yeah,
and
I
LeVert.
mean-
And that's just because you have to make money work because the Nets are a first apron team, so the money has to work.
Yeah.
And you get back Cam Johnson. You can't see underneath that, but Deron Payne.
If you
another
make
backup
that
big.
trade, like let's say you got Cam Johnson and didn't trade any of those players, you were able to just get him without trading any players.
Okay.
None of those players besides LeVert would play in the playoffs. If you had Johnson, Niang's not playing in the playoffs, is he?
No.
Probably not.
He been
Probably
getting
not.
some minutes, but no.
Yeah, I mean,
Tyson's not playing. Tristan's not
I'm
playing.
I'm playing Dean Wade over him. I'm playing Dean Wade.
Yeah, right. Like I still I make this trade in theory. I still have Ty Jerome. I still have Max Strus on the bench. Ty Jerome. Who am I forgetting? Dean Wade.
If you make that deal,
Yeah.
your first three off the bench are Strus, Jerome, and Dean Wade.
And Dean Wade.
And
Okay.
you still got a Coro.
And I still got a Coro and Merrill as my 9th and 10th guys.
And Niang in the front court as your rotational big for shooting.
No, but now I'm saying if they actually made this.
They
Oh,
made this
gotcha.
trade.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Shake my hand, Brooklyn. Listen.
I mean, I'd make that trade in 2 seconds.
Hey, y'all trying to do that? Like, let's get on these sticks real quick. Like,
Yeah.
this is easy money right here.
There's
Shout out who put that together?
There's no way.
Our good friends at realcavsfans.com. If you don't follow them on Twitter, I
Oh,
would
those
highly
guys are the
recommend
best. Man.
Hey, salute. I like the trade. And now, because I was
There's
confused.
no way the Nets is taking that trade.
It just doesn't make any sense. Why they would do that.
Hey, don't talk people out of being dumb. Listen, let them make their own mistakes.
People not gonna get fleeced.
Hey, listen, we
The
got.
Nets have made
Can
some
you put?
very
I'm
dumb
going to
trades
pull a
that they-
Tyvis here. Steve, put the camera on me. Put the camera on me, Steve, please. I'm trying to pull a Tyvis here. I don't know what. Is it this camera number 1? Come on, Steve. Let's go lock it down.
That is it.
I want to talk to my man Cam Johnson in Brooklyn. Listen, Cam, I got something to tell you. First of all, before you move out of Brooklyn, I'll give you some good pizzerias to go to. I'm sure none of the guys on the Nets have any taste in pizza. They're probably sending you like Sbarro or Domino's. They don't know what the hell they're doing. So first, I'll do that for you. Next thing you do for me in return, tell the owner of the Nets, he's a dope, he don't know what the hell he's doing. Tell them you are not going to play anywhere except for the Cleveland Cavaliers. You must demand a trade to the Cavaliers and the Cavaliers only, and then we will take great care. We'll never say anything bad about you.
Yes.
Never.
Me and Bull gonna sign a peace treaty.
We will give you your flowers every minute of every day. Let's go.
The Jewish coalition will be behind you,
Yes.
and the Black Caucus.
Jewish and black, you can't go
You
wrong.
can't
with
go
that.
wrong.
And let's add one more thing. If Kobe can pull this off,
Yeah.
we'll build a statue of Kobe Altman outside of KYC Studios.
I mean, if he pulls this off,
I done already had to.
him.
I done already had to apologize to Darius Garland. I mean, I'm gonna have to just do it with a Kobe, man. Listen, man, it's just.
So, all right, that's enough for Cam Johnson. We have a full clip, fan-submitted trade ideas that we reacted to yesterday on the Ultimate Cav Show. It's on our YouTube page. That was one of them. The other one's a lot more ridiculous, so you can get some.
I mean, if that's the
laughs
best
at
the Cavs can offer, I can't imagine what the other trades.
it. You should see some of the 3-team deals that people submitted.
JT Thor
it's worth
and
the watch.
Imani Bates.
No.